What if most of what we think we know about companies, how they are managed, how decisions are taken, is based on lies? What if the multi-million-dollar strategy that you are implementing, the software you are buying, are forced to be built on ideas that are fundamentally flawed? Modern businesses rely on clean, simple data from surveys and spreadsheets. This creates the illusion of certainty. That illusion is dangerous because it ignores the complex human nature of the real work life. It presents only a sanitized fiction of what we want to see. Today we are digging into a radical argument. The only way to uncover the truth is to ditch those spreadsheets and go undercover. Use one demanding method that reveals the secret that you are willing to learn.
Welcome to Advanced Quality Programs with Juan Navarro. In this podcast, we're going to dive deep into the world of quality and leadership philosophies that drive successful businesses and great leaders to actually apply them to your everyday life. So if you're ready to improve your life, one quality principle at a time, let's get started.
Let's start with the problem. A world built on flawed data. What's at the core of this problem? It is our obsession with looking good, sophisticated, eloquent, academic, appearing to be on the top of the game, while we are not actually acting systematical or scientifical. Think about the last time your company rolled out a major change. You were probably given a survey, a tidy multiple-choice questionnaire asking you to rate your engagement with the company on a scale from 5 to 1. You were asked, how engaged are you? Being the 5, I'll take a bullet for this company, to 1 being, I'm updating my resume on company time. The results get crunched in a PowerPoint slide. A manager then goes and points that chart and declares, see, 85% of our employees are committed and are aligned with our new strategy. Everybody on the room nods. And it looks like a fact. It has the vibe of a fact. But is it really? When you filled out that survey, were you completely honest? Or did you give the answers you thought management wanted to hear from you? This is the central failure of most management research. It collects data easily to gather just information, not real facts and data that are true. Tony Watson highlights this in his paper of 2011, Ethnography, Reality, and Truth, that we often rely on people's statements about their work rather than observing their actions. This creates a gap between intentions and real behavior. Now, the agitation, the cost of fitting reality into a spreadsheet. It is not just a theoretical discussion. Being out of touch with reality really leads to significant real-world impacts. Using unreliable data causes companies to waste resources on unsuccessful initiatives and release of products that nobody needs. They don't need, people needs. It's also the creation of deep corrosive cynicism. Employees start to see leadership celebrating successful projects that everyone on the ground knows are a dumpster fire. They are told a new policy is boosting efficiency, while they spend hours inventing workarounds just to get the basic job done. Some refer to this as jet plane ethnography. Consultants who briefly visit the company collect minimal data, then depart with limited understanding, and from afar, where everything seems organized, they made their assessment, but real life on the ground goes unnoticed. Now, here is the solution. It is called ethnography. If surveys and spreadsheets mislead, Tony Watson suggests that ethnography is the solution. Unlike analysis who approach data like tourists, ethnographers immerse themselves in the community, in the shop floor, with the people to gain genuine insights. Ethnography relies on throughout observation, guided by what we can call pragmatism realism, that belief that truth is defined by accounts that enable effective action rather than perfectly replicating that reality. John Van Manen, an authority on the field of ethnography, characterizes ethnography as the blend of three things. One is the field work, immersing yourself in the setting. Second, the head work, interpreting your observations. And the third is the text work, crafting a narrative that reflects the culture. Van Manen refers this to the process known as unbearable slowness. Essentially, it's everything a TikTok trend is never. One classic example comes from ethnographers studying screwdrivers' use. In interviews, no one ever mentioned any problem with selecting screwdrivers. But watching the carpenters work, ethnographers noticed a tiny repeated moment of friction. A worker picked a screwdriver, glanced at the tip and the top, and realized it was the wrong kind. Then they put it back. This happened 2 or 3 times constantly. That insight led to a simple innovation, marking the top of the handle to show the type of the screwdriver, the tip type. And that is the power of watching instead of asking. Now, here's your playbook for finding the truth. Watson offers practical insights for making ethnography a mainstream business tool. First, raise awareness. Stop treating ethnography, the observational work, like a niche method, and start teaching it as a core skill in business schools and universities. Now, second, cut the career risks. Businesses, universities must stop demanding that researchers or managers or workers show up with made-up hypotheses already on the hand. The whole point of ethnography is to discover. So let them work. Now, third step, create a new pathway. Offer the chance to do the job, to experience, to observe. And finally, tackle the elites. To study CEOs, for example, Watson suggests recruiting corporate veterans and retired executives, then training them as ethnographers, and then they can actually observe what happens with CEOs. They already have the access and they speak the language. So it's easier for them to tackle that elite. Ultimately, spreadsheets promise order and control, certainty. But the real work is complicated and unpredictable. Ethnography encourages you to be a deeper, honest observer. With rigor and focusing on that messy area, you can actually find solutions. Human realities, instead of just data, will give you the way forward. And that's it for this episode. The next time you see a chart claiming to summarize the thoughts of thousands of people, ask yourself a simple question. Who did actually went and watched? Thank you for checking out my books, The Quality Mindset, The Principles of Quality, Life Quality Projects, and till the next time, stay excellent, keep improving, and hit that bell.
One small change triggers everything. Watch how agile thinking works. Inspect, adapt, repeat. Each step builds the next, creating confident, unstoppable momentum. This is the Quality Mindset by Juan Navarro. Get your copy now.